Firstly, let's talk about agriculture sector. The key feature is agriculture diversification. Timber and palm oil has emerged as important export commodities. For the industry sector, Japanese car company had become the dominant player in Malaysia market. The local content policy was promoted to enhance the development of local parts and component industry. The sector was self-regulated as GTM received instruction and reported directly to the Ministry of Energy, Telecommunications and Posts. This ministry was a policymaker. The Tourism Development Corporation was established in 1972 to further expand tourism through its marketing program. Malaysia's financial sector continued to grow stronger. It focused on instilling integrity and professionalism in the bank management. Since 1970, development expenditure has always been less than operating expenditure in Malaysia. The development expenditure decline has been affected by world crude oil price shock. Industrial Revolution laid the foundation for the transformation of the economy from agriculture toward industrialization. There was a major structural change of employment from primary sector to the secondary sector during the period of 1970s to 1980s. A key feature of Malaysia agriculture has been migration of younger people to urban areas since 1980s. Therefore, agriculture growth and contribution slowed down from 7% in the 1960s to just 4.1% in 1980s due to there was a rapid growth of industrialization. The government concluded that direct involvement was necessary to reverse losses and support future industry growth. The Nation Car project was drafted in the early 80s with the objective of accelerating technology transfer, as the number of tourist arrivals only increased slowly. As a result of worldwide tourism boom registered in 1980s and after the collapse of primary commodity price in the same decade, Malaysia recognized the potential of tourism sector in economic and social development and in fostering national integration and unity. Sustained high growth during 1980s brought significant improvement in the standard of living and social cohesion. The public policy from import substitution to export orientation. Proton and Produa dominated the local passenger car industry and led the Malaysia automotive industry into a rapid growth area during the second half of the 1990s. Since the launch of Visit Malaysia Air campaign in 1990, tourism industry has become the third biggest foreign exchange earner. Total received from 1990 to 1994, which rose by 67.5% from 1995 to 1999. This period viewed by many as a golden age of Malaysia economic growth. Since the 2000s, the government has sought to liberalize the domestic automotive industry through free trade agreement, privatization, and harmonization of UN regulation. In 2002, Proton helped Malaysia become the 11th country in the world with the capacity to for designing, engineering and manufacturing cars from the ground up. The Malaysia automotive industry also hosts several domestic foreign joint venture companies, which assemble a large variety of vehicles from imported complete knockdown. Post-privatization area, the ISP firm with the largest market share are MI, MOS, and TMB, with a combined market share of more than 70% in 2000. The development of both competition and privatization implies the need of independent regulatory framework. Despite the series of badly hitting such as Bali bombing and global economic crisis, outbreak of SARS, and so on. In this period, tourist arrival continued to grow. For the first time in history, Malaysia was among the top 10 tourist destinations in the world in 2009. During 2000, a monument increase of 250%. Other components of operating expenditure presenting an increased trend except other expenditure. Recovery and uptrend pace. Malaysia recovery in 1999 was supported by accommodating macroeconomic policies. Strong GDP growth and a gradual easing of capital control helped to improve investor confidence. There was a clear trend of deceleration in growth across all sectors in 2000s. The lower net outflows in the financial account largely reflected the higher inflows of portfolio investment and foreign direct investment. Over the period, the government has gradually reduced 6.7% in 2009 to 3.1% in 2016. The fiscal policy continued to emphasize on fiscal consolidation pace, while at the same time assuring a sound of macroeconomic environment to support private sector activities. The transformation will rely largely on the private sector to draw great productivities and innovation to move up to high value-added activities that will underpin and sustain strong economic growth.
We stood close in the glittering lights. Short ditch past all the neon signs. We both been waiting for this all night. Sure, I've been waiting for you to. You